During your morning routine, you may wake up and try to consume some form of caffeine to help you stay alert, or even possibly during the nighttime for work or night classes. "90% of the US adult population consumes caffeine daily, and Americans alone have 300 milligrams a day, which is equivalent to 4 cups of coffee. You may have heard myths about caffeine and how it is beneficial for performance to provide energy for daily tasks, but is caffeine truly beneficial or is it detrimental? In an experiment conducted by a researcher named Peter J. Rogers, he wanted to study the effects of caffeine and caffeine withdrawal on mood and cognitive performance. To test the effects of caffeine, the experiment provided 17 participants with either caffeinated or decaffeinated beverages for 3 weeks. Patients who were assigned a decaffeinated beverage were the long-term withdrawn participants, whereas the participants who were given the caffeinated beverage were the overnight caffeine withdrawn participants. The overnight caffeine withdrawal participants suffered from many negative effects such as an increase in headaches, decrease in alertness, and impairment in cognitive performance. A team of researchers from UC Merced decided to survey students around campus regarding their experience with caffeine. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Okay, how much caffeine do you consume weekly? It depends on the day. If I have a lot of stuff to do, I maybe 2 cups of coffee, but usually I don't drink coffee, so it's usually just maybe 5 ounces from the street.
So, what drink are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking coffee.
Is that the most common source of caffeine for you, would
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
Over tea and energy drinks?
Yeah.
What is the most common source of caffeine for you?
It would have to be tea, Snapple drinks.
And how do you feel after you consume caffeine?
I get a little bit energized. I can definitely feel the caffeine kicking in.
How much caffeine do you consume weekly, on average?
Depending on the day. If I'm really tired, I'm like if it's per week, I probably get at least 1 during the week and then none on the weekend.
How much caffeine do you consume daily?
I would have to say I consume very little. Probably at most maybe 2 cups a week.
How often do you have caffeine within a week?
Usually a week. I will have it once daily.
Okay, about once. How do you feel after you drink coffee?
It usually gives me energy in the morning.
What is the most common source of caffeine for you? Coffee or soda? Soda's occasionally, that's more common. I'll drink that during the week. And coffee is more every other week.
How do you feel after consuming coffee?
Fine, as long as I drink it on a full stomach. If I have something with it, then I'm okay. But if it's on an empty stomach, my stomach.
Do you ever get jittery or headaches?
Not yet, at least.
Okay.
Typically, students who are in college try to use different methods to keep them focused on their studies. For example, an increasing source of caffeine that has become popular among college campuses are the use of energy drinks. According to a recent study, 1 in 5 college students consume energy drinks every day. These drinks are a caffeinated source that are used by students because of the belief that it will improve concentration and performance, combat fatigue, or even counteract the effects of alcohol intoxication. This has become a problem because negative effects have been found for large doses of caffeine, which includes negative effects in behavior and mood, anxiety, increased stress, headaches, and increased sleep deprivation among college students. In a more positive perspective, caffeine has also proven to be beneficial when dealing with performance and mood. In a 2011 study, a series of tests were designated to participants to see the importance of caffeine in attention and mood. The study showed that on the Stroop task, caffeine enhanced accuracy when there was a mismatch between printed color and semantic color, but did not influence response time. Another takeaway from this study was that performance was enhanced by the expectation of caffeine regardless if the participants consumed caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee. So what is your source of caffeine, and how is it affecting you? Caffeine can play an essential role in our life, and further research in this topic regarding how it affects our behavior is important.